Well, hello again, my fellow DePIN revolutionaries. It's been a while, but we are back with another recently verified recap. I am Michael, the head of growth at DePIN Hub, and today we will be recapping 5 recent entrants into DePIN Hub's verified program, and those are URnetwork, Rover, WeatherXM, Fluence, and the recently DePINified, if that's a word, FliteGrid from the company SkySafe. So we will be recapping 2 purple and 3 gold. What does that mean? Well, it's important to say that now, if you've been following our socials or newsletter, we have recently announced, and by the way, this was filmed in December of 2025, the step ladder to the verified program. What does that mean? It means that we now have 2 different badges, a purple and a gold, and this helps you distinguish those up and coming earlier stage DePIN projects that are doing the right things but might still be pre-token or maybe testnet, maybe a little bit less in funding, revenue, or a smaller node count versus those mature projects such as Helium, GeoNet, HiveMapper, etc., that have large node counts, maybe have already raised over 7 million in funding, might already have 6+ figures or more in recurring revenue per year. Either way, it's a way to catch some alpha or some beta and to shortlist your work to know which DePIN projects are transparent, credible, sustainable, and worth you participating in. This is how you find that 3 to 5% of DePIN projects, the cream of the crop. That's what the DePIN Hub Verified program is all about. Number 1, our friends at URnetwork at the purple tier. URnetwork is a decentralized VPN that focuses on ease of participation, which means they make every app a node. This creates a low user to participant ratio. As the number of participants increases, your connection actually gets faster, a better option than the traditional client-server architecture. The team is led by Brian Caldwell and his co-founders, Stuart Kenzel and Richard Guzzo. They bring decades of deep IT and software development experience. The token, URnetwork, is still pre-token, so be looking out for that. It's one of the reasons they're at the purple tier. Funding, they've raised a clean 2 million in angel funding already. Scale, there's already over 100K providers in the network and 10,000 people just simply using it as clients. Announcements, partnerships with Solana Mobile. Plus, URnetwork is gearing up to launch their own physical node. You can check it out on their website. It looks super cool, so stay tuned for that. In terms of highlights, very strong value for the retail user. The product isn't a watered-down, deepened version of some blue-chip incumbent's product. No, it's literally a better product due to the fact that it has a deepened infrastructure. And this is showcased by how quickly URnetwork has amassed 100,000 providers in their network. They also have really cool branding. You should check it out. And who doesn't need privacy, especially in Web3? Moving along to Fluence. So now we're at the gold category. By the way, there's no order or priority to any of these. I'm just going random. A true OG in the space. Fluence is a decentralized cloud computing marketplace that lets developers rent enterprise-grade virtual servers from a global pool of independent providers. The team, led by the very public thought leader, Tom Trowbridge, alongside Evgeny Ponomarev and Dmitry Kurinsky. Token, the ticker is FLT. It was launched in 2024, almost 7 years in the making. It's an EVM token. Scale, Fluence is big. They have a Discord of 18,000, a Telegram of over 100,000, and over 1 million in ARR. In terms of funding, also a very stellar job at 14 million from world-class VCs, including Tiger Global, who you don't often see in crypto funding rounds. Pretty cool. In terms of announcements, Fluence has been hard at work building out GPU resources for running AI workloads, plus some exciting new developments next year in DeFi-related initiatives. So be looking out for those. Highlights. Well, Fluence is a truly decentralized network through the Fluence DAO. They have a strong FLT token utility within that, which aligns staking, governance, and rewards together. Fluence are experts in decentralized compute with an ambitious roadmap ahead, and the fact that they built for 7 years before their TGE shows how serious they are about actually building a real product and not just hype. Congrats to you, Fluence, and congrats to you, URnetwork. Number 3, we have Rover, also at the gold category. Who is Rover? Rover stands for Robotically Operated Vehicle Research, and they are pioneering the world's first decentralized 3D mapping protocol designed for real-time, regulatory compliant, ultra high def geospatial data. They partner with GeoNet to leverage its RTK GNSS technologies to serve as the foundational infrastructure powering autonomous vehicles, humanoid robots, and all kinds of other cool applications. You can check out more with podcast episode 87, recent podcast, plus the verified AMA that we did with them recently with myself. You can check that out on YouTube. Lots of cool info there. The team, a highly technical team that balances science and academia with enterprise commercial vigor. For example, one of their founders came from the company that actually originally was the manufacturer for the LiDAR technology of Waymo, alongside other team members with experience at the European Space Agency, Apple Maps, and more. In terms of token, Rover token has launched. The ticker is ROVR in April of this year. And for a somewhat lesser known project with only about 5,000 X followers at the time of this recording, they're rocking a clean 87 million FDV. While so many other DePIN projects have seen token prices fall dramatically in this past kind of bearish period, Rover has held strong. Scale. With nearly 2,000 nodes active in two different types of hardware, the Tarantula X, which is intended for mass adoption, easy to install, more affordable, and the Lightcone. This is the high-end enterprise-grade LiDAR version. They allow anyone to get involved. Funding. They've raised 2.6 million in pre-seed funding from IoTex, Borderless, and GeoNet. In terms of announcements, Rover launched its open dataset, a challenger to that of Waymo, and is looking at some major SEX listings to go alongside their other exchange listings in the next year to come. They also have some major commercial contracts in the process of closing. Highlights. Well, not many DePIN projects are positioned to ride the wave of the major macroeconomic trends better than Rover. They're powering autonomous vehicles and robotics, and they're taking an open source, decentralized approach to solving one of the big challenges of this current world. And with minimum marketing efforts, they're already boasting a strong token price and shipping world-class hardware. Hats off to you at Rover, and welcome to the Verified family. FliteGrid. Now we're at the purple tier. So FliteGrid is actually way in the gold tier in terms of their normal Web2 company, which is called SkySafe. But they recently announced their decentralized tokenized version, which is called FliteGrid. So we actually were the first to drop that announcement. You can check out our podcast episode 85, which is when we dropped it. There's a great interview with their CEO, who we're going to talk about in a moment, and our co-founder, Daniel Andrade. FliteGrid is the DePIN version of SkySafe, a company with 10 years of experience in the market and a global leader in drone monitoring. FliteGrid solves that critical gap in receiving and distributing drones' remote IDs to create an intelligence layer for the skies. The team is led by Grant Jordan. He's an MIT graduate and former Air Force officer, and this man has been involved with the FAA and monitoring the skies for a very, very long time. The token. FliteGrid is still pre-token, but has plans to launch on Solana in 2027. So look out for that. Scale. SkySafe, FliteGrid's parent company, already operates enterprise sensors in 26 US cities and has major commercial agreements in place with clients that range from the US military to Japanese airports. Funding. SkySafe boasts an impressive near 50 million in funding led by none other than Andreessen Horowitz, also known as A16Z, one of the top VCs in the world. Announcements. FliteGrid's recent launch, dropped by DePIN Hub, as we mentioned, is the biggest announcement. This is in tandem with their upcoming DePIN sensor release, currently undergoing manufacturing now as this video is recorded. Their FliteGrid sensor will retail for $949, at least at the time of this recording, with shipments scheduled for Q2 of 2026. So you can get your pre-order now. Go to their website, pre-order it to ensure that you get your FliteGrid sensor. Highlights. Well, SkySafe has been operating for 10 years. They've locked in huge moats by partnering with the FAA, deploying solutions for extremely complex clients such as the US military, as well as international airports. They're already generating a healthy 7-figure plus annual revenue, and with drone volume in the world set to do nothing but grow over the next 10 years, the sky is the limit to the growth of FliteGrid. Hats off to you all for becoming a DePIN and for already earning your purple badge. Last but not least, our friends at WeatherXM at the gold category. WeatherXM is a community-powered weather network that rewards weather station owners and provides hyperlocal weather data to various enterprises across the world. The team is led by Manolis Nikiforakis, Nikos Kasiligarides, and Stratos Teodoro. This team of computer engineers comes with 20 years of respective experience per person. They are supported by a team of 30 plus colleagues, mainly based in Athens, Greece. The token, the ticker is WXM. It was launched in May of 2024 and can be found on many exchanges, including Gate.io, Mexi, indexes like Uniswap. Scale. WeatherXM's network is mature. It features nearly 10,000 stations across the globe, and they stay true to their decentralized ethos by storing that data with Filecoin. WeatherXM excels in the data sales business on top of that, and they're already featuring major customers, including blue chip MNCs, shipping lines, insurance providers, and more. Funding. WeatherXM has closed over 12 million in funding from many notable Web3 VCs. Announcements. If you've been following DePIN Hub lately, you'll have seen news about WeatherXM's targeted rollouts and their Beaver NFT drop. Through purchasing your Beaver NFT, you'll secure a 1/4 ownership of a remote station. These stations are primarily deployed in places that really need them, especially the global south. And what this means is that you don't have to actually physically install and maintain your station. You can remotely participate in the growth of the global south by simply purchasing your Beaver NFT and having that station operated by professional deployers in the region. So check that out. And hats off to you all, WeatherXM, for reaching the gold tier at DePIN Hub. And that wraps it up today in our verified recap. Stay tuned. Check out deepinhub.io. Look for the purple and gold badges and get going on your journey in DePIN. This is Michael, head of growth at DePIN Hub, signing out, my DePIN revolutionaries. Stay decentralized.